today's video, we are going to learn how to write a letter to the editor. Earlier, in our previous class, I also taught you how to write letters to the editor, right? But now, this is this letter is a different one, understood? And I'm sure that you will enjoy the class. In this letter, you are extremely disturbed by attacks on old people. Write a letter to the editor. How will you write a letter to the editor if you are disturbed by attacks on old people? In many places, not only in Delhi, Calcutta, Mumbai, metropolitan cities, I don't know whether you are aware of the fact that there are many old people who live in our country and they feel insecure. Why? It is because their sons, daughters left them. Either left them or they had to leave their sons and daughters, because sons, daughters these days have changed. They are asking for the property of their parents, and once they get the property, they drive them out of their houses. This is the reason most of the old people have a lot of problems, and there are many people who have gone outside India. They have gone abroad, like they live in America, London, Japan, Germany, France. They work there, either as a scientist, doctor, engineer, or maybe they are doing some jobs outside India. They are bound to leave their parents back in their country, or their parents are bound to live or lead their life their own way, or their on their own. Now my question is, if you are writing a letter about the attacks on those old people who live alone, there is nobody with them, nobody lives with them, understood? As a result, they feel lost and lonely, and there are many people who attack them either to snatch their property, or to rob them of their valuables, or to drive them out of their houses so that they can occupy, understood, their property, their house, flats, right or not? And to combat this menace, what should you do? You have to write the letter through the columns of your reputed newspaper. Through the columns of you, first of all, you are write a letter to the editor, the Times of India. First you write to, then the editor. After that, what will you write? The Times of India, the Hindustan Times, the Statesman, the Telegraph, the name of the newspaper you have to write. And if it is from Kolkata, you need to write Calcutta 1 or Kolkata 1. Is that clear? After that, what is the letter about? If you have to write subject, then subject will be, in the subject what you have to write is attacks on old people, right? Got it? Then you write common formula. This is adopted to write the letter. What will you write? Through the columns of your reputed newspaper, comma, through the columns of your reputed newspaper. Newspaper is one of the pillars of what? Democracy. So, through the columns of your reputed newspaper, what will you do? You are showing. What are you showing? Deep concern. Why? Old people are being attacked. I show my deep concern. Understood? And draw the attention of the government towards what? Towards growing fear, towards growing feeling of fear and insecurity among people. Because lots of people, all the people in the society see the old people being attacked. Naturally, there is fear, growing feeling of fear and insecurity among people. So you must say, through the columns of your steamed newspaper, understood, or of your reputed newspaper. Newspapers are of repute, isn't it? There are many reputed newspapers are there. Times of India, Telegraph, the Hindustan Times, right or not? Hindu. Then you have to write through the columns of your reputed newspaper, comma, and you are writing, I show my deep concern and draw the attention of the government. Why are you drawing the attention of the government? Towards what? You are drawing the attention of the government towards what? Towards growing feeling of fear and insecurity among people. Why? Due to frequent attacks on old people. What is saddening you is the attacks on the old people. Aren't you quite disturbed? This is why you are showing sympathy. Through the columns of your reputed newspaper, I show my deep concern and draw the attention of the government towards growing feeling of fear and insecurity among people due to repeated, one by one, due to repeated attacks on old people. Clear? Old people are not secure in their own homes. Old people are not secure in their own homes. Got it? You can write this. After that, what will you feel like? Recent attacks on old people clearly indicate. Recent attacks on old people, what does it indicate? Recent attacks on old people clearly indicate lapses on our part. It means we do not give importance to old people. The society do not look after the old people. Maybe their sons and daughters have left them. Maybe their sons and daughters live somewhere. Maybe they live outside India. They cannot do their duty to their parents. There may be many reasons. Understood? They have their own life. They have their own problems. Understood? They have to solve their own. Naturally, they don't have time for their parents. But is it not the duty of the government? Who is the custodian of the people? In a democratic state, we elect the government, we vote it to power. So who will look after us? The government? The government, it is the duty of the government to keep all the individuals, all the people, all the citizens lead a secure life. Who will guarantee the safety and security of the people in a country? The government. It means the recent attacks on old people, what do they show? Clearly indicate lapses on our part. Isn't it? Are not they showing lapses? They clearly show that. Why are the attacks happening? Attacks are happening only because of our lapses. So the recent attacks on old people clearly show our lapses on our part. We do not do our duty. You can write this sentence. After that, what can you write? To prevent the people from being attacked, you have to do something. What will you do? You will suggest some measures. You can advise the government, right? What can you do? The old people feel insecure most of the time, right? And to guarantee their safety and security, what should the government do to combat this menace? What should be done? We should be more cautious. To combat this menace, we should be more cautious and make concerted efforts. And one of the efforts should be what? What? One of the efforts will be? What will be one of the efforts? One of the efforts will be what? Tell me. CCTV cameras or cameras should be, alarms and cameras should be installed. Right or not? Cameras and alarms and cameras should be installed at home and society. If the cameras and CCTVs, clear, if alarms and CCTVs are installed at home and society, they will feel secure or not? Old people will feel secure, right? You can write this line. Am I right? Then you can suggest some measures. What are the measures? I hope, what can you hope? I hope the authorities will be more cautious and initiate. Authorities will be more cautious and initiate stern steps to combat or initiate stern steps to encounter the enemies of humanity. Then you can conclude. Then you can come to the end of the letter. How? You can write, thanking you, I am yours faithfully, yours truly, whatever you feel like. And on top of editor, what should you write? You should write your address. Am I right? Any problem?
No.
Or you can write, I shall be glad if you publish my letter in your newspaper to create strong public opinion against it. Against these attacks on the old people. That's how you can also end your letter. Is that clear? Have I concluded it properly? Is there any problem?
No.
This is how you can come to the end of the letter. If you have liked my class, I don't know whether I have made you understand properly or not, but if you have liked my class, don't forget to share my classes with those who you think can benefit from them, and I'm sure you must have liked it. Okay, bye.